If we were to lose the rink, to me it would definitely mean obviously my sport, my other life, like it's part of me and who I am.
I feel terrible. It's that feeling you can't get anymore.
I'll be really sad because I have a few dreams of going into the mainland and competing against other teams.
And it would really lose a passion and a way that I express myself.
So if I were to lose it, then all those dreams would be out.
It's that feeling you can't play it anymore, you know? You can't come here and skate around and see all the people that you've met, make new friends or anything.
It kills me to know that there's going to be children that aren't going to be able to do what I did, because there is kids that are here that are training really hard, and if this closes, what do they do? Where do they go?
It's just going to be like a constant nothing.
I've been playing ice hockey for 25 years and I've represented Australia at Worlds. This sport from this little rink has just taken me everywhere, just from having one little dream at this little rink, and basically every player that I've played with is family to me.
I've been skating for about 11 years here at this rink. I definitely got into it because my sister was in it. I'd sit on the barrier and watch her skate and I'd just, my head in my hands like, oh. And then one day I was like, finally, yep, I want to do this.
I'm the goalie for the Australian Para Ice Hockey team. My very first experience here at the Glenorchy Ice Skating Rink was when I was 12. I came here with some friends and tried skating for the very first time. It was a bit hit and miss, but I bought a hockey puck and I still have that puck to this day. It's been really fantastic to be able to follow on from that experience post-injury. I was unfortunate enough to have a skydiving accident in 2009, but that didn't dent my confidence and ability to still be involved with sport.
I had this goal was to play for Australia that I just wanted it so bad. Some great coaches that put a lot of time and effort into this gangly 15-year-old girl. The passion just grew.
It's nothing compared to walking on the ground. It's a whole different world. You're in a whole different world when you're skating. The first time I ever did it, I was just like, yeah, I want to do this for as long as I possibly can.
I love figure skating. I feel like I'm flying and I like the wind whipping against my face.
We did not think a Tasmanian girl that came from a tiny rink, a small rink in Glenorchy, made the Australian team and was going to South Africa to represent the country.
It's such a rush. There's nothing you can't feel like that feeling of ice underneath your feet, and you're just absolutely pushing it.
Friendships are nice and complete. Also, competing is a very fun thing to do, to compete against your friends, and it's definitely not about winning, it's definitely about friendships and giving it a go.
I started skating back in 2009 when I turned 10, and it's taken me up to the level of adult gold, which is on the Ice Skating Australia levels. It's also given me the opportunity to skate at national events, where in 2019 I became the national champion of adult gold. And now I also have the pleasure of sharing my passion and coaching lots of children and adults.
You're scared when you have to do your competition, but when you actually know what school you get, you actually feel really proud.
Jordan's never really sort of fitted in playing the general sort of sports he's been involved in. And it's only been the last 3 months that Jordan's actually started playing. He's picked up really well, and within the first few weeks of him ice skating, actually started playing ice hockey. I've never seen him so passionate about something before. In fact, it gets annoying sometimes. He constantly speaks about ice hockey. It's all about ice hockey. He found a sport he actually likes. But then hear that this ice rink may be closing, and only being the only ice rink in Tasmania, I couldn't believe it.
If I were to wake up one day and the rink was gone, I had nowhere to skate, it'd be devastating.
And look, it's not just Jordan, I'm not just being selfish with my own son, but there's plenty of young players here who aspire to do better. It's a shame to see anything that's been around this long just fold because there's not enough funds to keep it going, and be a shame to see his little dream die away.
I'm at a national level at this point. There would be no further for me. I would definitely like to take it further than national. International would be a dream. The loss of the rink would completely diminish that.
It would be nice to be a professional ice hockey player and maybe play in the NHL.
One of my dreams was to always go to the Olympics, and I won't be able to train anymore if this rink shuts down, and that means my dream will never happen.
It would also mean that we wouldn't be able to attract new participants to the sport, and that'd be a huge shame.
I want to be like the older girls when I grow up.
So the amount of time that these kids and adults have put into the skating and the amount of energy and time that they've dedicated to it, to see the ice rink go would be absolutely just so sad and so emotional for everybody, to just lose a love of passion that they have for the ice sports here. I've been someone who's been able to grow up with ice skating, been able to have those opportunities to compete interstate, that they wouldn't be able to do that.
I moved to Tasmania 3 years ago after being involved in skating for many years in Victoria, and it's been a great honour to actually be part of this skating community here. Having been involved in the sport in Melbourne for many, many years, Melbourne at one point only had one ice rink. When the Ice House opened in 2010, Melbourne has seen a massive growth in the number of skaters who are competitive internationally, also ice hockey. It was a very, very positive development. To have a new rink here would be amazing.
Competing on a full-size rink is definitely a big change from the small rink here. It's a whole different feel really, and it's a lot of adapting we have to do.
Here we sort of just rotate round, and by the time you get into a full strand, you're up the other end of the rink.
A new rink would provide a fully inclusive environment for new participants to the sport regardless of their ability.
It would definitely put me at an even playing field, you could say.
Someone needs to step in, someone needs to help. Let's give these kids and adults a place to play. We have an opportunity that Tasmania can represent. We do represent, it's just no one knows.
We're long overdue in Tasmania for ice sports to be given the same level of prominence and recognition as the more traditional sort of Australian sports. There's obviously such a demand for winter sports, especially in a capital city that's at 42 degrees south, and there's just such a passion for these sports down here. We have support for so many other sports in Tasmania, but wouldn't it be wonderful to have an Olympic-sized rink that's commensurate with those facilities that you find in any other state capital in this country? What we really need in this state is a facility that matches that passion and that drive and puts us in alignment with all of the other states in Australia.
It would be incredible and a dream come true.
It's also just nice to get out there and to just push away from the wheelchair or your mobility aids and just get out there and play sport.
I just love the process of being able to create and interpret to music on the ice.
When I train, I just feel happy, and I feel like if I keep practicing, I'll get better. So I practice because I feel like all my dreams come true.
You're in a different place. It like clears my head, it lets me breathe.
When you're in public, you feel like you're the one in the centre, feeling the moment, and you're just feeling happy and feeling strong.
Have so many emotions that just burst.
I won the gold medal at Worlds. That was a big moment, but getting that green and gold jersey, that is all I wanted. And this little rink, is where I had this dream, and it can happen for anyone. We can't lose this rink.
It's a small rink, but it's full of big dreams.